Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for all the new subscribers out there. Today I'm going to be creating a new video. It's called Pharmaceutical Companies and the Profits Affecting Our Health, which is a very important topic in today's society. So join me as I dive deep into the world of pharmaceutical companies to see if their greed is really putting our health at risk. Today we're talking about one of the most pressing issues in our healthcare system, the possibility that pharmaceutical companies are prioritizing profits over our public health. This is an issue that affects us all, and it's an essential we have an open and honest conversation about it. When we think about the cost of healthcare, one of the most significant factors is the price of prescription medications, with many people struggling to afford even the most basic treatments. It's no wonder that health outcomes are suffering as a result. The reality is that millions of people around the world are being forced to choose between paying for life-saving medication or putting food on the table. It's a decision no one should ever have to make, and yet it's a harsh reality far too many have to face. This isn't just a matter of personal struggles. The lack of access to affordable medication has a ripple effect throughout our entire healthcare system. When people can't afford the medication they need, they're more likely to end up in hospital, which puts a further strain on our already overwhelmed healthcare resources. It's a vicious cycle that needs to be broken, and it starts with addressing the root cause of these high prices. The impact of these prices goes far beyond just the individual patient too. It affects our entire society, from the economy to our social fabric. When people are forced to go without medication, they're more likely to be absent from work, which means lost productivity and revenue. They're also more likely to experience poorer health outcomes, which puts a burden on our healthcare system. So what's driving these prices so high, and what can we do to address them? That's where we'll be exploring in this video. From the role of patient laws to the influence of big pharma's marketing strategy. We'll be looking at factors that contribute to these issues and what we can do to create a more equitable and sustainable healthcare system. One major factor contributing to these high prices is the way pharmaceutical companies use patent laws to maintain their monopolies. By extending patents and blocking access to generic alternatives, these companies are able to maintain their stranglehold on the market, keeping prices high and profits flowing. It's a practice that's been widely criticized, but it continues to be a major obstacle to affordable healthcare. Marketing strategies also play a significant role in driving up drug prices. From lavish advertising campaigns to high-priced sales reps, pharmaceutical companies are willing to spend big to get their products in front of doctors and patients. While some of these spendings may be justified, a significant proportion of it is simply aimed at promoting the latest, most expensive treatments, rather than the ones that are generally in the best interests of patients. The influence of lobbying on healthcare policies is another contributor to these issues. Pharmaceutical companies have deep pockets and a significant amount of influence in Washington, which allows them to shape healthcare policies to their advantage. This can result in laws and regulations that prioritize profits over public health, further entrenching the problems we're facing. Let's take the example of Martin, the infamous pharma bro, who jacked up the price of life-saving drug by 5,000%. His actions sparked outrage across the country, but they're just the tip of the iceberg. There are countless stories of pharmaceutical companies putting profits over people, and it's time we started holding these accountable. In the case of Darprim, Schreckels companies hiked the price of the drug from $13 to $750 just overnight, making it impossible for many patients to afford. This wasn't just a business decision, it was a deliberate attempt to maximize profits, regardless of the human costs. And it's not just limited to Dar Pharma. There are countless stories of pharmaceutical companies using similar tactics to exploit patients and maintain their profits. So what can we do to address these issues? The first step is to acknowledge acknowledge the problem and start talking about it. We need to recognize that the pursuit of profit is not incompatible with public health, and that sometimes these goals might even be in conflict. By prioritizing public health and recognizing the value of human life, we can start to create a more equitable and sustainable healthcare system. Thanks for watching this video. I hope it sparked some important questions and encourage you to think critically about the role of pharmaceutical companies in our healthcare system. If you have any thoughts on this topic, please share them in the comments below. And if you're interested in learning more about healthcare reform, be sure to check out our next video. We'll be diving deeper into this critical issue.